Today I want to talk to you about one of the most terrifying books that I've read recently, and it is The Caretaker by Marcus Kliewer. Now, I have to set this up by saying that I am in Oregon. I am in the Oregon coast, which is the setting of this book, and we had a really weird thunderstorm that night, which is not common where we live. And I remember leaving work, getting home about 7:15, and sitting on the couch, started reading this book, and I'm like, I can't put it down. I need to finish it. So I went to bed, and then the thunder was so loud that I was like, I feel like, this is what I need to be doing. However, I scared myself so much that I would wake up screaming in the middle of the night, and that's how I know that that book was terrifying to me. Now, this is a story of Macy, who is struggling in life because she is young herself and she's in charge of her sister after their dad passed away. They live in a dilapidated apartment. They barely have enough to eat, and they are in a horrible financial situation while they wait for some money that is tied up after her father's death. Meantime, she's trying to find a job, and she runs across this ad on Craigslist asking for a caretaker the weekend. It's a 3-day kind of job. So she goes, and when she gets on that bus to go to that interview, I could see everything. I could see the bus, I could see the people, the atmosphere. Just starting this book, I thought it was so well done. Now she goes to the interview, and the lady is kind of odd. She tells her that she needs to take care of the house and that there are some rules, and to take home this VHS, watch this video, and then decide if she wants to take the job. However, she gives her like a big sum of money, and she starts spending that money almost immediately, paying bills that she had overdue. So it's almost like she decided she was going to take the job before she actually watched the video. The kind of things that she was supposed to do every night were some kind of rituals, which it's nothing crazy in the beginning, but you have to turn off the light, you have to do this, you have to do that, and it's almost kind of feeding this OCD brain that apparently she does have. And if you have OCD, beware. This book is going to start making sense out of all those little thoughts that you have in your head. So just be warned that that's a possibility. Now, just to give you a hint, this is cosmic horror. So if you don't know the definition of cosmic horror, look it up before you read this book, because it's kind of the idea that there are things in this world that are way stronger than humans. Some presence, some kind of spirit, something that is out there that has a lot more power than humans, and that are trying to be part of our world. However, there's something that's keeping them at bay. That's part of my interpretation of cosmic horror for the books that I've read before. So keep that in mind as you're reading this book. The different scenes, there's something about rabbits, there's something about locked doors, there's something about lights turning on and off, and the decisions that she has to make, the things that she has to follow or face the consequences, is something that you would not even imagine. It goes beyond anybody's imagination, but the author really. At the end, there is a little part at the end where it gives me an impression that there's going to be a part 2. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's something that the author added there because he wanted to leave us with that, oh my gosh, it may not be okay now. I am going to do a little short video about the ending of this book that will contain spoilers. So if you read this book and you want to chat with me about the ending, please stay tuned for that video. But I have to say, 5-star. Best book I've read, best atmosphere that night, best everything. Really, everything is so creepy about this book that if you enjoy horror, I think you're really gonna like it. And I am hoping that this turns into a TV show or a movie, because I think that it can give it that extra life that really doesn't need it as a book. But I think that after watching so many horror movies lately, I think we need something fresh, something new, and something like this, that it's really playing with your mind, and it's as scary, and it might be one of the scariest things you read this year. Just saying. So have you read it? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this book.